You want to bamba? You want to G with the big boy?
What's going on, NBA fanatics? This is your friendly neighborhood Memphis Grizzly homer, Memphis X, and I talk hoops. Well, today is the day. The free agency period starts in about 8-ish hours. And we still have no idea what the Memphis Grizzlies are going to do. But I'm here for my last and final guest, DeAndre Ayton. But first, every hero needs their theme music.
KeyAno.
Grizz gang, go hard. Baddest in the game, we be on one. I talk hoops so secure. All up on the court, but we gon' score. Memphis bringing heat straight from Tennessee. Demo respect and let's go.
So it is free agent deadline day. 5 o'clock local time. They will kick it off, even though it's already been kicked off for about a week and a half. And like I said in the intro, we still don't know what the Grizzlies are going to do. Everybody's been trying to guess. Y'all saw my guess yesterday, Miles Bridges. I think we can eliminate that one right now. So who will it be, or are the Grizzlies going to make a big splash this offseason in free agency? Now, my tendency is to say no, and that's basically based on how they handled the Danny Green contract. I think they would have waived and stretched him if they had plans on using cap room for something but they haven't done that. In fact, they delayed the decision until January. So I think that they're going to sit back and be patient and wait and try to snipe somebody who becomes available during this season and have all their ammunition ready to strike. But there's always a chance because real ones move in silence and Kane Klyman moves in silence. So we've heard that DeAndre Ayton has been beefing with the Phoenix Suns basically since last offseason when they refused to give him a max contract off the rip coming off a Western Conference Finals berth. And in the playoffs, this time it came to a head because apparently he had an underwhelming performance, unlike the year before. And him and Monty Williams, the coach of the Phoenix Suns, got into a little tete-a-tete, little talking, war of words. Really, it was Monty Williams doing all the talking. But it's obvious since then that the Phoenix Suns have no interest in giving DeAndre Ayton the contract that he wants. And DeAndre Ayton and his people are going to be looking for another team that wants to give him that money. So the question today is, can the Grizzlies be that team? This is Memphis X with iTalkHoops. While you're here, subscribe to my channel and hit that bell for notifications so you will be alerted to all the new videos I have coming up during this NBA offseason. We have a goal on this channel to get to 1,000 subscribers before the new season starts, and I'm going to need your help to get there. Thank you. First, let's talk about how it will work on the court before we even think about getting to the money and the trading and all that. How will it work on the court? Well, obviously, DeAndre Ayton is, I think, about 23 years old, 7-foot center, good rebounder, very good finisher at the rim. He has some semblance of a face-up game out to about 15 to 17 feet. In college, he was sort of a three-point shooter, but he hadn't really shown that in the NBA. I don't know if that's lack of skill or by design from the Phoenix Suns. Decent defensive player, decent shot blocker and rim protector. I mean, you got to understand he was able to hold it down for a finals team playing small ball around him with Jay Crowder at power forward. So he's got to be pretty good. He went toe-to-toe with the two-time MVP in the playoffs last season and held his own. He went toe-to-toe with Giannis Antetokounmpo for a minute until Giannis got busy on him at the end. But he was young in the finals. How will he fit on the Grizzlies? Obviously, he would have to be the Steven Adams replacement and play next to Jaren Jackson, who is an elite defensive player. He would basically be in a 4-out offense. And if he can ever step out to hit threes, it would be wonderful. But he'd be a good pick-and-roll partner for Ja Morant, a good finisher at the rim, a good relief outlet if Ja Morant gets trapped or things like that. He's a guy that normally, before this playoff against Dallas, I would say punishes small ball because he has up until then. So I don't know if there was something going on with the Suns or whatever it was, because it was kind of out of character for him. He usually punishes small ball. I think he would be a good fit on the court with Memphis. Not the most ideal fit with Memphis, but a good fit. And the only reason I say he's not ideal is because I think Taylor Jenkins would probably like to have a little bit more facilitating from the 5. But that might just be something he's using with Steven Adams, because this would be more akin to what the Grizzlies had with Jonas Valanciunas, an aggressive offensive player at the pivot, being able to score and finish at the rim. And DeAndre Ayton is a way better finisher than even Jonas Valanciunas. He's got a way better offensive game, and he's a lot better defensively because he's able to switch on some matchups. So I think the fit on the court is perfect. Not perfect, good. Now, off the court, the only thing that DeAndre Ayton has had off the court is he seems to have been moody in Phoenix. His effort level comes and goes. His ability to try hard comes and goes. And I think that can be fixed and alleviated, with a little bit of Grizzlies culture. Also, he did have the suspension, I think his rookie year, for the substance. I think it was some steroid type substance that he was on. He missed 25 games. And other than that, there hasn't really been anything. He's a pretty, chill guy. I think the book on him is he likes to play video games late at night. So, it is what it is. But I think that off the court, he doesn't have as many flags as Miles Bridges did, of course. And Miles Bridges even has more now, but, that's what it is. Now, let's go to the trade.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Now, make no mistake, signing DeAndre Ayton to a max contract is going to feel painful in the beginning. But the talent and the success of the team is going to make it worth it. Just think of DeAndre Ayton as Steven Adams and Jared Culver from last year. Culver gave you 0, and he still cost you $7 million. It's about the same amount of money. It's gonna hurt when you see the numbers, but it's not really that bad. Especially at the end of this contract, the new TV deal will kick in. So like the last 2 years of it are really not going to be painful at all. But let's talk about what it's going to look like. Now, the contract for Ayton, I think a max contract for Ayton is going to start at $30.9 million. That will give DeAndre Ayton a 4-year contract worth about $132.8 million. Yeah, say it again. Take it in. Breathe deep. DeAndre Ayton, $132.8 million. You got to remember, we're competing with the Clippers and the Warriors, and they are spending money like crazy. Now, to construct this trade is easy. It's a two-part trade. Sign and trade DeAndre Ayton to Memphis. Trade Steven Adams and a lottery-protected 2025 first-round pick to the Phoenix Suns. Simple. That's it. The Suns get a starting center and a future asset, and the Memphis Grizzlies get a starting center for the future. For the next 4 years, they will get a starting center. So that is all it will take to execute this sign and trade for DeAndre Ayton. I wouldn't go too much more into it as far as like giving multiple picks or giving a young player. The most that I might do is Xavier Tillman, but even that I would be hesitant on giving, because between the contract and one first round pick, I think that's value enough. I think that's going to give the Grizzlies the exact player that they need going forward in the playoffs. A big scoring center that gives Ja Morant a lob target. Now, he's not the total vertical athlete that I would prefer at the 5, but he is athletic enough and he finishes well enough at the 5 to make it a good fit. So, guys, tell me what you think about DeAndre Ayton. Did that contract number scare you off? You have to at least say that DeAndre Ayton is a talented youngster. Is it the contract? Is it giving up a first-round pick? Do you not want to lose Steven Adams? Let me know what you think about this sign and trade. But before you leave this video, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell for notifications, and like this video and share it with other NBA fans on the internet. Until later on today, because we will be talking later on today about the first parts of this free agency period.